Ever wonder what it's like to be on a car camping road trip as a solo female without a van? Come along with me on my solo car camping adventure as I make my way from Montana to Washington in my Subaru Outback. In this video, I'll take you behind the scenes and show you what it's really like to solo car camp without a van. That's right, this isn't van life. I'll show you everything from how I set up my car and find a safe place to camp for the night, to bringing you along with me on my road trip from Montana to Washington and show you some of the sights along the way. If we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Kathleen, a food-motivated hiker, solo backpacker, backpacking coach for women, and the Hungry Hiker here on YouTube. I'm about to hit the road for the next week on a solo car camping adventure from Montana to Washington, and I'm bringing you with me. Let's go. All right, going on a road trip, but first we gotta stop and get some gas and get some coffee, and then we'll hit the road and I'll tell you where we're going. All right, let's go. Idaho. Heading to Washington, super excited. I'm gonna be doing a group trip with some of my students in my program, the Confident Solo Female Backpacker System. And I'm gonna do a solo backpacking trip right after that one as part of some recon for an upcoming group trip later this year. Tonight I'll be car camping solo at the Early Winners Campground. It is a first come, first serve kind of campground. I should be rolling in there around 5 o'clock. Hopefully there'll be something available, and be sleeping in my car and then getting up early to head to the trailhead to meet up with the ladies. All right, pro tip, if you're driving from Montana heading west to Washington, before getting into Washington, before you cross over the Idaho-Washington border, fill up on gas, because gas gets considerably more expensive as soon as you get into Washington. Ended up not getting any road snacks here at the gas station. They didn't really have anything that I wanted, so I'm gonna have pizza on the road. Pizza saves the day again. All right, let's get back on the road. Holy smokes, it's windy out there. I think I'm in the fine town of Davenport. Needed to stop by a grocery store to get some drinking water, and then I wanted to get some root beer, so I got my favorite root beer, Henry Weinhardt's root beer. So I think I have 3 more hours until I get to the campground and hopefully get a site. On the way, I think I'm gonna have one more stop, which is in Mazama at the general store, because if you know, you know. I wanna get that damn bread. Oh God, I hope they still have some. Anyways, the Mazama store closes at 6. So I should be in Mazama probably around like 4:30, and then it's just like a 10-minute drive from Mazama to the campground. Here's proof of my water intake. I try not to drink a whole lot of liquids, water on long road trips or drives, because I just don't like to stop and pee all the time. 3 more hours. Let's do this. And hopefully we don't get blown off the road because it's crazy windy out there. Made it here to Early Winners Campground. I got the last spot. So this campground, these sites are first come, first serve. And I got the last spot. I'm kind of right by the road, so I'm gonna get some road nose, but that's okay because I'm out early in the morning anyways. I'm heading to the trailhead to go meet up with the ladies to start our backpacking trip. Couple things. On my way in, going through Winthrop, I saw that there was a fire up in the hills. A lot of smoke. I don't know how big the fire was. I don't know when it started. I imagine it probably started today. Just as I was paying for my site here, I did hear thunder. I imagine it probably started by lightning. So I'm gonna look on one of my apps to see if I can get any information about that fire. Hopefully everyone and all the structures and all the animals are okay. Stopped by the Mazama General Store and they were out of the bread. I saw two guys walk out of the store. Both of them had a baguette. So I think they probably got the last ones. But I did get 2 chocolate chip cookies. Oh my God, they smell so good. I am coming back through this area after the backpacking trip on Sunday, so I will definitely stop by the Mazama General Store. I cannot visit this area without going to the general store to get the bread. If you know, you know. Now I'm just going to set up my camp and I'll walk you around and give you a tour of this super cute campground and get ready to maybe have a little dinner and then call it a night because I'm gonna have to get up pretty early tomorrow morning to get to the trailhead. So let me give you a little tour of my car camping setup in my Subaru Outback. This is where I sleep on top of the back seats that are laid down with a sleeping platform my dad and I built on top of the seats. Underneath the sleeping platform is storage. This is where I keep extra bottles of water and 2 plastic storage bins that are stored side by side. One bin has food in it and the other has cooking accessories, utensils, and other odds and ends. On top of the sleeping platform is a memory foam topper with a down comforter along with an extra blanket. Here's another view of my sleeping area. Behind the passenger seat, I keep my town bag that sits on top of a small hard-sided cooler. And inside the cooler, I like to keep any cold items I want to travel with. I like to keep my town bag on top of the cooler to make sure the cooler stays sealed and everything inside the cooler stays cold. On the passenger seat is where I like to keep my overnight backpack already packed with all of my gear for my upcoming trip. On both the rear windows, I like to use these universal window sunshades. People ask me all the time about how I get ventilation in my car while sleeping in it. By using these shades, I'm able to roll each window down halfway and cover the window with the shade. Not only does this give the inside of the car good airflow, but it also keeps the bugs out, and since they're dark, it makes it harder for people to see in, which gives me more privacy. On the other side, I have a little more storage underneath the platform, and behind the driver's seat is where I like to store my power bank that I use to charge my electronics when I'm out on the road. I also use this area to store more things like my toiletry bag, bottled water, and a foam roller. And here's another angle of my sleeping area inside my car along with a strand of fairy lights so I can see inside my car once it gets dark out without having to use the interior lights of my car. And for the driver's seat, I like to always keep this area open, just in case I need to move my car or get myself out of an area quickly. On top of my car is my pod that I like to use for extra storage. Inside the pod is where I store my window coverings when I'm not using them, camp chair, trekking poles, and a storage bin to keep things like towels and backpacking food in. Couple safety things. I always like to keep my keys in the backseat door whenever I'm in the car. This way they're easy to find and get to whenever I need them. And since I'm already carrying bear spray for my hikes, I also like to keep it in my car whenever I'm solo camping as a safety precaution. I've never had to use it, but it's nice to know it's always here if I ever need it. There weren't a whole lot of amenities at this campground, but there were 2 pit toilets, trash service, potable water, and a running creek nearby. And every site had a really nice picnic table. Campsites are $15 a night and can be paid for online using the recreation.gov app. And while I was here, there was a fire ban in effect, so no campfires. For dinner tonight, I'm having leftover pizza, carrots and hummus, cookies from the Mazama General Store, and cracking open root beer. Cheers. Glad I got here when I did because I got the last campsite, and for the last hour I've been watching people roll through here looking for a campsite. And yes, I doubled it because no one else is eating out of this hummus except for me. Fun fact, I just realized I'm 2.5 hours away from where I'm supposed to meet everybody at the trailhead tomorrow morning. I don't know why I thought it was closer. I mean, I guess it's better than 7 hours, which is what I did today. That means I have to leave here no later than 6 in order to get there in 2.5 hours. But this is a really beautiful highway and I want to stop and take some pictures. So I'm going to give myself a half-hour cushion, which means I need to leave here by 5:30. So I'm getting up tomorrow at 5, leaving here by 5:30. I'm going to pack my pack tonight with all my food and water so it's ready to go. I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. And then head to the trailhead. It's going to be an early morning. I pulled up Watch Duty to try and get information about that fire that I saw, and apparently it's called the Stud Horse Fire. It's looking pretty serious. 500 acres burning right now, and there's an evacuation order right by the lake that I'm supposed to camp at on Sunday and Monday night. And this is the lake that I'm supposed to be camping at on Sunday and Monday. Winthrop is right here. So scary. I hope Winthrop is going to be okay. I hope they contain this fire. After dinner, I sorted out my meals and snacks for my upcoming backpacking trip and packed my food bag along with all the rest of my gear and then called it an early night since I knew I had to get up early in the morning. Alright, all packed up, brushed my teeth. I'm gonna eat my breakfast at the trailhead, so I'm gonna get on the road. After the 2.5-hour drive to the trailhead, I made it to the parking lot to meet up with the ladies who'd be joining me for a group trip along Baker Lake. If I were starting backpacking today, this trip would have been the beginner backpacker trip I'd want to go on. Stay tuned for an upcoming video where I'll bring you along with us for this incredible trip. But for now, we're going to continue on with the solo car camping road trip. Cheers! Well, hello from Early Winter's Campground. This is the same campground that I stayed at before the Baker Lake group trip, which was super awesome, by the way. Just said goodbye to those ladies about 2 hours ago. We had delicious burgers, onion rings, milkshakes. Yeah, originally I was supposed to be staying in Winthrop in the state park, but the state park is currently closed because of the fire. My plan was I was gonna stay there for 2 nights and shower and sleep in my car. And then on Tuesday night, I have a hotel room reserved in Winthrop so I can use the Wi-Fi and host a coaching call with my students. Instead of staying in Winthrop, I'm staying here at Early Winter's Campground. I'm not getting a shower today. I have a bunch of water in my car, and there's also potable water here, so I might just like wash my hair in the fire pit because there's a fire ban right now. So I'll just use some water and some shampoo and wash my hair so I can somewhat feel a little civilized. But tomorrow morning, I am definitely hitting up the Mazama general store. Tonight, I'm just gonna chill. I think my big chores, I'm gonna wash my hair and then finally change out of my hiking clothes and read my book for the rest of the night and just kind of chill, and then get up in the morning and go to Mazama, which is literally 2 miles away from here. I'm so excited for the general store. It's my favorite thing in this area. Every time I visit this area, visiting the Mazama general store is like an absolute must, and getting a sea salted baguette, hands down, is the thing that I always do. do. So I'm gonna go get some damn bread tomorrow and find some laundry in Winthrop, do my laundry, and get all ready for my solo backpacking trip. Okay, wind just picked up significantly, so I need to hurry this up because there is definitely a storm coming in. And it's still warm. Sea salted baguette from Mazama General Store. Don't sleep on this when you're coming through this area. It's so good. Got my lavender iced latte, had a delicious bagel breakfast sandwich, got the bread. Now I'm in search of laundry and a shower. There's a really cool place. It's about a half hour from here. It's a laundromat and they have showers. So that's where I'm headed. And it's in Twist, which is the next town over from Winthrop. And then I'll grab some gas because I'm at half a tank and then head back to my campsite. It's ridiculous how good that bread is. I just finished all my town chores, got a wonderful warm shower, did all my laundry, filled up my gas tank, got a couple groceries. Now I'm gonna go back through Winthrop, stop by the Mazama General Store again to get some cookies and a sandwich for dinner, and then head back to my campsite. It's really gonna be hard to leave this spot. This is probably one of my favorite car camping spots that I've been to here in the North Cascades. But after being here for 2 nights, I feel pretty good and ready for the next adventure. Winthrop or bust. That view never gets old. After leaving my campsite, I headed into Winthrop and checked into my hotel. I then took myself out to lunch, got some ice cream, and headed back to my room to finish planning my next adventure, which would be a 3-day, 2-night solo backpacking trip in an area I'd never been to before. While doing my research for my upcoming trip, I saw that there was a storm forecasted for the area I was headed to, so I decided to stay 1 extra night in Winthrop and wait for the warm, sunny weather to return. While waiting out the storm, I got to enjoy more of the local cuisine. Make sure to check out my next video where I'll bring you along with me on my 3-day, 2-night solo backpacking adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy trails and keep on trucking.